Hey, what's going on, Courtesy fans? Thanks for coming to another video on Variety and Errors. We are climbing our way with more subscribers with all you wonderful folks who are joining in on the discussions in the comments below every video. If you haven't joined the channel, hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you get notifications when my ugly mug is on another video. But let's get right to looking through some pocket money to see if we find things worth more than face value, and we will start off with this series 2013 $5 note. Now this is the ones that were redesigned after the early 2000s when there was a large concern with doing some anti-counterfeiting measures or enhancements thereof. Now with this, one thing that we want to look at, of course, is condition of the bill. There's a bit of waviness in it. It's been folded quite a few times. And then we're going to look at the serial number and kind of the general print of the bill, see if there's anything collectible or pattern-wise in the serial number to form a fancy serial number, star notes, things of that nature, or anything with the print. These are probably one of my more favorite $5 notes for Federal Reserve notes, as opposed, or well, other than the older, larger face notes. Nothing in the serial number on this guy. Overall, pretty good condition. No real shifts in any of the seals or the serial number, any other portions of the print on the front of the note. Little bit of, we can see a pretty good press through of that serial number, but not collectible there. And other than that, nothing really on the back of the note. 2009 series $1 note. Only difference here in relation to other series of $1 notes, for modern ones since about 57, is the signatures. Aside from that, there are no changes graphically speaking. Nothing in the serial number on this guy. Now, mentioned in another video, but I do get questions about the little spider that's right there. That's just part of the note and the design. If you want to go into weird, odd conspiracy theories about it, then this is not the video for you. But there's some funny stuff out there, so definitely research it on the old Google or whatever. Other than that, nothing in the front of the bill. Nothing on the back. Sometimes you get a little blurs and stuff with prints around the tail of the eagle there on the front of the Great Seal. And sometimes down here by the Roman numerals there for 1776 at the base of the pyramid. Sweet, nice little star note. Now, this is 2013 series. Some of you that have a keen eye might have said, man, that one right there in the serial number is really bold. And you would be right. However, and I won't keep beating on the same point, but that is super common in pretty much the whole 2013 series. I see them go on the internet for a couple bucks more than face value when it comes to a $1 Federal Reserve note from the 2013 series, but I don't think it's even worth that. I think it's worth face. Aside from that, condition-wise on this bad boy, this replacement note, definitely some writing going on here, obviously. Condition leaves some to be desired. We have a blue stain here from like a Sharpie or something, which is definitely not a type of ink that would come on or in the note during production. Now, we do got like a little splotch going on here. It's kind of got an odd sheen to it, and I would assume is not something done during production. But I love star notes, so I'm going to hold on to it. Moving right along. 2003 A. That's cool. There's a there's two different series in 2003, if I recall correctly. Like I said, no differences graphically speaking. Nothing in the serial number here, although we have a little bit of some extra ink on that inside of that second six, the fourth digit from the left there. But nothing crazy. And nothing on the back. 2013 series, probably the most common we'll come across. We'll start getting a lot more 2017 series bills as they are the newer version of the $1 note, as well as other denominations. But 2013, there's just so many printed, and they're still well within their circulation life. You'll come across those a lot. This one's got a little bit of a tear at the bottom there. But nothing else. Kind of shoot through these a little quicker, for the ones at least. Noted a little bit of a shift down here. Another 2013 series. No fancy. I really like date notes. Are probably one of my more favorited serial numbers to come across, aside from star notes. As far as fancy serial numbers, star notes are just kind of a thing unto themselves. 2013 series here. Another things to look for would be, of course, with shifts in the actual overall print on the bill, either on the front or back of the bill. Kind of similar in coin collecting when you get something that's kind of a like a double die and stuff like that. That'd be very uncommon to have a double printing of a bill, but I'm more referring to just kind of print of the depictions across the piece of money. Nothing there. 2013 really beat up, so as you know, with any collectible, this would have detracted from any quality or any amount over the face value due to quality. A lot better shape $1 note. I have a lot of questions asked about this stuff here. Obviously, that's a kind of a press through of the one on the back there. It also could be, I mean, when bills, you would know if it was one from when they're wet, when they first get printed, if it got laid on top of another one. So if we had this one sitting on top of that, the depiction of the word one here would transpose some ink onto this bill, but you'd actually see it overlaid over Washington's depiction there, which would be an error in that sense, but this is actually just from the back of the note, so nothing collectible there. Here we go, a little change up. We got a $10 note. Now this is a 2009 series, now of course depicted here on the bottom left as opposed to here. Changes in the $10 note when they redesigned it with this kind of enhanced imagery here. Of course, they changed up the imagery slightly. They removed the border around Hamilton's portrait and enhanced the actual graphics of the bill. The depiction on the back remained the same, which is the U.S. Treasury on the $10 note. But they did make the depiction quite enhanced as far as the graphics, the line work on it, which I really appreciate. I think it's a beautiful picture. Whether you like the subject matter or not, it's actually quite nice in comparison to older $10 notes. Aside from that, nothing in the print really. It's in pretty good shape, minus this lateral fold here. But anyway, actually quite a little bit of a shift in the seal here, but not enough for me to hold on to. Let's look at the back. Nothing crazy going on there. 2013, very beat up, lots of stains on this guy. Nothing in the serial number, nothing on the front that jumped out at me. Gonna go a little quicker through them. Let's see, Philadelphia seal. No shifts. This is actually pretty darn close to where it should be. It actually should sit where it's hitting the little chevron here in the center of the E. But it's neither here nor there. It's not anything to get upset about or super excited about as like a shifted print error. Sweet, little trinary note. It's actually a double date note now that I look at it kind of more thoroughly. By double date note, I mean this one, of course, you know, you're just talking 2 years, 1711 and 77. But that's a really long expanse between two sets of dates, so I mean, I wouldn't say anything historically significant may or may not have happened, but I'll look it up, especially for 1711, and I'll put it in the description box if something historically neat happened on that year. But otherwise, it's a trinary note. 1 7s and 0s. I mean, I would have liked a binary note with just 2 digits, but I like trinaries. I think they're more collectible than valuable. Especially in this one's case with its condition being so wrinkled. And I know you can't smell it through smell-o-vision, but it actually has a weird kind of scent to it, so it's been wet most likely. And then just the overall condition leaves a bit to be desired, so... But I'm going to hold on to it as a trinary. It's just $1, so, you know, whatever. Next note, 2013 series. Once again, nothing I'm seeing crazy in the serial number. Now, one cool thing here is just something to keep an eye out for when you do get like straps of notes. Is, for instance, here, you know, only 12 digits further than this would be 4902949, giving you bookends. So that would be a cool serial number to look out for. But in this case, we fell short by just those few digits, but that's alright. Somebody got lucky with the rest of the notes in that strap. Good repetition of 5s and 3s, but I get asked about that too. I don't hold on to bills unless, for example, here, if it was like 555, 333, 55, or a trinary where it's like 5s, 3s, and then 2s, I would have held on to that, but in this case, this little clump here is not worth it to me. This one does have a pretty prevalent over-inked 5, but like I mentioned earlier, very common. As you can see, it's in both those serial numbers on this note. Back of the bill. Nothing there. Got a little bit of an extra ink, but that's just an over-ink from that front serial number there. Unless you can read it all the way through, I don't really hold on to them, but it's definitely something to look out for. Getting down to the last few here. Looks like we've got a few 5s, so that's cool. 2626. Oh man, that would have been cool to get 26262525. I would have loved that. Yeah, but that's alright. This one's beat up. It's actually got a little tear that you can't really see in the camera, but kind of pulls away from the value over anything over $5 if it was collectible. And it's just real beat up, so it's hard to tell if anything else minor is there. Now this does discoloration up here. Let me get the cameras to focus if it wants to. There we go. You know, a lot of people look at this stuff and they're like, man, that's cool. It's a little over ink or a misprint with a little ink smear. You can tell from the tone there that that's just a pen mark, most likely from a ballpoint pen. How the color's depleted, and I'm sure if I actually kind of rubbed this vigorously, it would deplete that, even that little grayish black dot there, as it sits on the surface of the bill, rather than something that was printed within the bill as it went through the printing process. So that wouldn't be something collectible. And nothing on the back. For a second there, I thought that was something to get up in arms about, but that's probably from mom or dad pinning it on the cork board for one of their kids for lunch or something. 2009 series. I don't think we've come across a 2009 series. I could be mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong if you saw one earlier in the video. One neat thing that I noticed on this guy is a little bit of a misprint in the serial number as far as those 6s sitting higher than the remainder of that serial number. So it might have just the sheet might have got bound a little bit or dragged for a millisecond while it was printing, and kind of made that happen. But it's not really sitting off enough for me to hold on to. But I think it's cool. It's something to look out for. Shifts in the serial numbers, especially on the last digits. I like to refer to those as odometer bills because it looks like an odometer clicking up on the end. And another dollar note. This is probably the best condition one. The rest of them have really been crappy. But, you know, hey, they are all circulated, so it is what it is. Just pocket change. See anything there? This one's got a fold from where somebody folded it all the way up in the quadrants. And nothing on the front. Don't see anything on the back. Nice stain on this guy. Obviously not anything to do with the inks that are used in the printing process. Now, I actually do notice something kind of neat. Oh. See, and this goes with the detective work of kind of looking through your bills. At first, I thought we had a stray ink mark there with that green. But as I start to look down, you can tell that somebody has had a little bit of fun with a green highlighter and a pink highlighter. That's why it has those stains or stamps or something. So we didn't get lucky on that one. Last bill in the search. Kinda neat. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So kind of a mixed matched broken ladder. But once again, not really neat enough for me to hold on to. But if you're into that and just kind of into ladder bills, then hold on to it. Very beat up, very creased up. Nothing to talk about on that $5 bill, but hey, it's $5. I'll get lunch with it. But what did we hold on to? Nice little double date note, but primarily a trinary note here on this 2013 Series $1 note, so keep an eye out for those. and a replacement note, albeit kind of beat up, but I love STARNOTEs. I like to hold on to them for a while, and then if I like them, I keep them. If not, I like to put stuff back into circulation, like once or twice a year. There's a video on that, but still cool. Thank you for coming to another search. Not as great of finds in this one, but little finds, and that's all that matters. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately in the comments below. Check out our website, VarietyErrors.com, for free guides, free PDF guides, price guides, error coin and error bill price guides, and a bunch of information that you just may find interesting. Thank you once again for joining us on Variety and Errors. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.